All right, let's get to my next guest, Kavion McCole. He's joining me right now. What's good, man?
What's the word, man? How you going?
I'm good, man. Thanks for being on the show this evening. I appreciate it.
That's all love, baby. Like I said, I was just coming back from work. Well, I guess another little show out here in with the Van Nuys area.
Okay, gotcha. Understand you gotta do what you gotta do to get that money. So
You know what?
respect. So let's go and get into it, man. How did you get started into to the R&B and hip hop? How did it start off for you?
Oh, well, pretty much how it started off, man. I've been doing music for a long time. But when I really when I really got into doing my music industry stuff like that, when I started doing these DJ conferences like Flea DJs, Coast to Coast Block Club, when they used to have these little conference in different states and cities. And I used to just go out there and like network because I was kind of small at the moment. So I just wanted to do anything to get my name out there that was different than anybody else is going like pretty much going to the streets and passing out their CDs and flyers and stuff. I want to take it up a notch.
Also, man, so I got the songs that you sent me. The song that I played is "I Am Me." I played that
Yes, sir.
song a little bit earlier. It's a dope song. Talk about this song, man. What's it all about? It's self-explanatory,
So
but talk about recording the song.
so pretty much I am me, man. That song I had wrote that song because I had gotten into pretty much a car accident a few weeks back, man, and I kind of like pretty much putting little emotions in most of my songs, and I kind of been doing a little bit different stuff. But the I am me is pretty much just talking about I'm a king. It's like pretty much royalties, like hey, like hey, I got a mission out here, and I want my people to realize that look, this is what we've been doing as African American people. Like this is what we've been doing as our culture. All the music we've been listening to, bandos, the trap house. Everybody want to be a gangster. All this trap music and stuff nowadays. Like you know what I mean? Like it comes from the era of what it, like back in the day hip hop culture. You know what I mean? Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC. I mean the Fat Boys. So pretty much what I really want to do is bring back the old culture and like, well, hey, this is who we are, man. This is how we pretty much came with this. Behind every line, it gotta be greatness. You know what I mean? Behind every inventor, you know what I mean? There's a businessman. So that's pretty much how I was kind of like opening up doors for artists that want to be like more of Nas and like contra rappers.
Yeah. Speaking of Nas, he's doing his thing with the King Disease album. Just got through listening to King Disease 2. And he's doing this independently. He's doing it with Hit Boy. That was a dope album. The first King Disease album, and then this follow up he put
Yeah.
out a few weeks ago. Just longevity on his part, and it's well respected MC. So respect to Nasir Jones. He's still doing it after all these years.
Yes, yes. You know what I mean? And rest in peace, Humpty Dumpty. You know what I mean? Even back then, with the Humpty Dumpty dance, we got all these dances and stuff coming out here. Opening up people's eyes. Like, listen, we got all this police violence, this black on black violence, all this pandemic. Well, actually, been a plague now. You know what I mean? We're not even a epidemic or a pandemic. It's a plague now. So it's like all this stuff going on. People still realizing, like, hey, people that's not religion, it's people that's spiritual. We living in the last days of Revelation. It's time to wake up and like try to come together. You know what I mean? Instead of beefing with one another, let's start coming together and start teaching one another how to do certain things. You know what I mean?
You
Because
are
in the music industry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. 100% correct in that regard. Unity is something that needs to happen. If we're gonna get through this together, for sure. So you know, it takes time. People stubborn. People gotta, learn things the hard way. But when we together, when we join forces, we unstoppable. So
And that's pretty much how it is. Like for example, with you with TMZ Cast, you know what I mean? Like you giving opportunities and platform for those who's trying to reach out to certain people that's actually like really trying to like hear people like for example me or certain artists. like artistry like this. Oh, there's a lot of people that's like, oh my God, I'm stuck in like 2021 era. Like, how do I start getting all these my music out there? How do I find producers? Like, for example, people don't know it's me making the beats. You know what I mean? That's doing the graphics. That's recording my own self on GarageBand. You know what I mean? I'm putting my time instead of money and and income. I'm just putting and doing the time and the homework and pretty much educating myself of doing this myself. So by the time I do have that that team, that big old marketing team, and we moving as a unit, you know, that pretty much leads me. That pretty much like, hey, I can start opening up. I can start opening up different businesses in different states. I can give people that don't have opportunities, people that need income. I can show them ways of how to do things without having to spend so much money. If that makes more sense to you.
Yeah, 100% for sure. So what is next for you as far as more music, shows, business plans? What you got in store next in the coming weeks and months?
Some shows, man, out here in California. I'm doing whole lot of shows. I'm doing a whole lot of radio interviews because people been reaching out since I've been promoting this radio TMZ cast. I mean, you guys got a lot of followers, and shout out to you guys too, man, and all the listeners that's out here listening. Because if it ain't for the listeners, you know what I mean, us artistry, the music industry will be nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't think artists really take the time out and thank their listeners and support us. Doesn't matter if they spending money to support.
Absolutely, man. We definitely take pride in supporting local artists, independent artists around the world. This show is celebrating its 14th year, and because of artists like yourselves, man, the show is still going. So we appreciate you artists for the music, for the craft, for the hard work and dedication that y'all put into this music. So we appreciate y'all, every single local artist,
And
independent
you know what I mean?
artist.
If you're reaching out to some artists, there's any artists out there that's listening now that need producers, what I mean? Come link up with me. You know what I mean? You can find me at Kavion McCole. Just type that in Google. You can find me anywhere. I'm on all the platforms. I mean, I'm talking about every last platform you can think of. I'm on it, including Xbox and GameCube, all that good stuff. But
Ye-
that's what I said for people that can afford me. You know what I mean? Can afford to pay for Pandora and all that good stuff. iHeartRadio. You know what I mean? You can find my music anywhere.
This guy said Xbox and GameCube. That's tell you that there's level to this. I mean, dude is available in video games, man. I mean, not many
Oh
people can
yeah.
say that. Not many people can say that at all. So man, I
Everybody's
enjoyed.
still working.
Oh, go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
I was just pretty much saying everybody's still working that YouTube algorithm and Facebook algorithm and Instagram algorithm, now TikTok algorithm. People got to understand algorithms, how to reach out to certain people and how to get certain things done.
Yeah, yeah, true. Very, very true. Definitely, people just post anything these days and get a bunch of views. So it's just building that fan base and getting that real support, real fans support. So it's an uphill battle, obviously, but you get that real support. People gonna ride with you regardless. Um, so for real, man, it's been a pleasure, man, having you on the show. And I like your grind, I like your hustle, I like what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for being on the show this evening, being on the 14-year anniversary show. And I look
I
forward to
thank you for
hearing
having
more
me.
music for you and see what's next for you. Thanks again for your time, man. Appreciate you.
You know it, man. Again, I thank you for having me. Y'all stay rocking, man. Stay like I said, and stay showing the love, man. I like that. I appreciate y'all for giving us a platform to kind of like show our voice because our voice does matter. It does matter.
Well said, man. You be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.